Start. Yeah. Start it.
Okay. Hello, my name is Tanya Krivcheva, and today me and my colleague, we will represent a presentation about managing cybersecurity threats in a remote working environments. Let's start with the slides, with introduction. While organizations have experienced flexibility and saved costs since adopting remote working, new threats have emerged in the realm of cybersecurity. It's established that home working environments are more susceptible to cyber risk because the networks are less secure, communication is more by digital means, and the devices used are often owned by the employer. Next slide. Among these risks that have been more or less active in a remote working environment, phishing attacks can be highlighted as one of the most significant threats. Employers receive more messages digitally, and the attackers are in a better position to convince them to share more details. In general, a wide range of phishing schemes has been noticed, and their frequency has increased because people spend less time interacting with each other and often work in less secure environments with lower levels of security training. Awareness programs need to be instituted to ensure that employers are always informed of the risk associated with phishing and should stage the attacks now and then to enhance their protections. In remote work, workers depend on home networks that do not possess the security features of the corporate network. Casting a critical look at home networks that are often protected with rudimentary routers and pathetic passwords. This vulnerability puts the company in higher risk of unauthorized access to some of its critical data. An organizational control is to require that employers use secure VPNs and adhere to stringent password protection, thereby protecting employers' home networks. Data privacy concerns. Their working circumstances pose great risk to data privacy because they create a possibility of access by persons who are not authorized through improper handling of services or by using wrong storage solutions. The employers may contribute to the loss of sensitive data. Security of information is important, and management should make sure that information is safeguarded and encrypted where necessary. Therefore, there must be measures that check and balance employers on how they should deal with sensitive data correctly, in particular when working remotely. And the next slide will continue my colleague now.
Yeah, hi. The next one is about insufficient endpoint security. Insufficient, and so basically what we are trying to say about here is the employee use their own devices that are not as secure as enterprise level devices. The other important area that must be addressed is regular updates and malware scans on the private um, uh, inst private instruments. So here, another problem as has been brought forward by in one of the papers by George is the employee use their own devices that are not as secure as enterprise level devices. They are more prone to contract malware and other cyber threats. Issuing the employee with corporate approved devices that come with security settings that have already been input could be ideal. The other important area that must be addressed when it comes to device security includes regular updates and malware scans. Now, remote working pose another great issue is with data privacy because they create a possibility of access by person who are not authorized. Though improper handling of devices or by using wrong storage solution, the employees may contribute to the loss of sensitive data. Security of information is important, and management should make sure that information is safeguarded and encrypted where necessary. Now, the next one is enhanced security training and awareness. So here, what we are talking about is cybersecurity can be managed through the provision of training programs. So if the employees are trained regularly on cybersecurity attacks and the technology as such, it would be more helpful for the employees, the remote employees, to take care of the data of the organization. Organization need to make the remote workers understand what is phishing scam, steps to take to protect personal information, and other form of security measure. It's essential to access the effectiveness of the training program and the existence of security weak points. Now, implementation of advanced security tools. So, basically, there are three things that we need to take care of. One is VPN, virtual private network. Second is MFA, which is multi-factor authentication and endpoint protection solution. Now, if these three things are taken care of, the possibility of cyber attacks becomes much lesser. Now, regular security audit and system updates. Security audit helps in identifying high likely threats. For proper cyber security in remote working, the security should be checked. These audits and the review of their security policies should be conducted regularly. Now, conclusion wise, working from home come with some grave risk as far as cybersecurity is concerned. Using necessary strategies, it is possible to achieve the improvement of the safety and security of the remote work. Thank you very much. This is our presentation on the topic given. Thank you.